Proverbs 13, March 13. Guys, we're reading a proverb for every day in March that by the end of the month, we'll receive all of the wisdom that the Proverbs have to offer. Proverbs 13 is, again, more couplets from Solomon, and it's just all about amazing wisdom. And there are three verses that I'm going to highlight right now because they are all about discipline, again, which are a root of wisdom. And it's just so important to accept and love correction, because if you're unwilling to correct, then you're going to be unwilling and unable to grow. Verse 1 is the first verse I want to highlight. A wise child accepts a parent's discipline. A mocker refuses to listen to correction. So it's talking about in the angle of a child listening to the parent. So we can take it in the context of you and I being the child. And it's saying right here that we will be wise or considered wise children if we accept our parents' discipline. If we can listen to those older than us, those who are related to us, those who have gone through it, gone through life, our parents or our elders, people that are older than us, stronger than us, who have seen life like that. Wise children accept their teachings because, y'all, we're not perfect. Children aren't perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm 20 years old and have a lot to still learn. And we all do, So I just love this. Talks about us from the child's perspective first. And you're going to see how these three verses are kind of related. So, in the context of us being a child, man, we should accept and love discipline, our parents' discipline, because they have gone through life that we haven't. They've gone through a lot of hardships and a lot of experience that we are yet to go through, that we are most likely going to go through, but we haven't. And then again, it says a mocker refuses to listen to correction. So those who are willing and able to listen and apply discipline in their life are going to be wise. They're going to be the wise child. But a mocker is going to be that person who refuses to listen to correction, the person that tunes their ears out and does not listen at all. Second verse, verse 20. Walk with the wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble. So now I like to see this as like we kind of grew up. Now we got friends, right? So we're a child. We're still listening to our parents, but we also have a circle now. Now I want to make this very clear as well, is that this very easily is talking about our friends, and it's saying it's the classic, the five people you surround yourself by are it's the sum of the five people that you surround yourself by is who you're going to become. Yeah, I do believe there's a lot of truth in that. In the idea that, yes, the people that you are with constantly all the time, you're going to become like each other. And like language is very similar. Like the way y'all talk to each other, the way that, if a buddy brings in some new word into the group, everyone's going to start saying it. It's just like naturally how things work. It's just we mold to the people that are close to us, the people that we spend most of our time with. But I want to be very clear here. Verse 20 is also saying, it's saying walk with the wise and become wise. So surround yourself with wise people, but also this doesn't necessarily mean your best friends, because your best friends oftentimes will become so dang similar like you that they're not going to be able to offer some insight in a lot of scenarios. For example, or at least what I'm getting at, is that we should be very adamant about finding elders, finding mentors that we can have in our life, that they can be ones really pouring into our lives, and that we can be having someone that we can look up to, someone that can be very similar on that very similar path than you, but years ahead, so they can guide you every step along the way. Instead of it just being your friends, because experience in life and time is so valuable, and those who have had more time than us are very valuable people, and they have something very valuable to them. And again, I want you to read this and be that wise friend, be that wise person in a circle. And it's really important as well for Christ-like friends that we got to be able to call each other out. We got to say, hey bro, like, I love you, but what you're doing is not resembling Christ at all. The way you're speaking, the way you are outbursting with anger, man, the way that you were talking to that person, cut it out. That's not cool, man. Jesus did not teach us that. That is not how we're raised and meant to be as followers of Jesus Christ. It's very important to be someone that's just not gonna be someone's friend and just gas them up and just say yeah, 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 and agree and just make them feel good. Like, it's very good to have that community and to be really close friends, but I want you to be close enough and wise enough in situations that when you see your friend stumbling and if they call on you, have the courage to be able to say, yeah, you know what, like, you're in the wrong, and be comfortable stating the uncomfortable. That is such an important principle for friendships today, and it's so valuable, and it's something that has been so lost, is that we're not willing to call out the uncomfortable things in conversations with a lot of our friends. So the wise are able to do that. Now, the fools, when we associate with fools, they won't. They're going to get in trouble. They're going to just stay complacent, stay in loving the life that they have and just being comfortable and making everyone feel okay around them. Where we want to be okay, but we don't want to just get comfortable and stuck in our comfort. Last verse, 24. It says, "Those who spare the rod of discipline hate their children, but those who love their children care enough to discipline them." I like these verses. Verse 1, verse 20, and verse 24. It's kind of like you went from child to like young adult to now parent, where this final verse, verse 24, is saying, man, pour into your children, pour into those that are younger than you with discipline, pour into them. If you care about them, if you really love them, you're going to discipline them. You're not just going to let them run free in the same way that when you were a child, you listened to the discipline of your parents because they've gone ahead of you. Time is so valuable, man. Living life is so valuable. And especially those who have been doing it with Jesus, man, they learn and they develop some serious wisdom. And I just love it because it just, these three verses show the lifespan per se of a person as the verses go on. It says you go for a child, love and accept wisdom. You grow up a little bit. You surround yourself with wisdom. You chase wisdom. You are wisdom. You become wisdom because you're surrounded by those who are wisdom. And you look and seek mentors, people that are going to pour into your life, pour wisdom into your life. So you're going to be poured into. And then finally, verse 24, you're going to get old and you're going to be the one, you're going to be the parent, you're going to be the one pouring in to the youth. And it's such a beautiful time because right now, at least myself, I'm still being poured into, but I'm able to pour into others as well. It's awesome. And then eventually there will be a day, God willing, that I do have children. I can pour discipline into them, but it doesn't just have to be through blood, man. I can be pouring into people all the time, and you can be and should be as well. Guys, discipline is beautiful. Discipline is one of the roots of wisdom after fearing the Lord, that reverence and true honor and awe of God. I believe the second thing after that, the second foundation of wisdom is discipline, and loving it and applying it. Corrective action, man, goes so far. So, guys, I love you so much. This was Proverbs 13, and I will see you tomorrow for Proverbs 14.